Now on CoastTV News.
Efforts in Delaware to improve traffic and safety on Route 9. I'll tell you about a proposed project by DelDOT to add 2 more lanes to that busy roadway.
Grab the umbrella and rain gear out the door this morning. We are looking at some showers across Delmarva, and more showers are possible today and the rest of the week as well. I'll track it on Futurecast next.
Fallout, the start of a trial, and the embezzlement charges a mother is facing from a charity tied to the death of her son.
The ball game is over. For the first time in 13 years, the Phillies will celebrate as National League East champions.
Phillies clinch party as Philadelphia hopes it will be an October to remember.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And it is Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah, we just saw that Phillies party, start of a party there. Fans of the Fightin' Phils are hoping for a few more like that seen next month.
It was so funny was it 2 years ago? There was Phillies weddings.
Oh, that's right.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Children's birthday parties were Phillies
We did
themed.
a story on the Phillies wedding.
We did.
During their run to the World Series.
I just remember the bride was like, please, nothing Phillies during the ceremony. Do what you want during the reception. Right. I think that's a great compromise before you get married.
Yeah, because when you're planning a wedding, of course you're going to plan it on a day when the Phillies are in the World Series, because you know that's going to happen a year out, that on this day that there will be a World Series game.
How dare she? You know what I mean? There's a few people who I think might be watching Penn State at my wedding. Just saying. Well, could you imagine those people? Just joking. You can do what you want during the reception. Anyways, let's bring in Bob. You're welcome. Let's bring in Bob right now. Bob, is it going to be a good day to maybe celebrate the Phillies outside today?
Today, probably not. In Philly, I think we're looking at clouds and showers, and here on Delmarva, we are looking at lots of clouds and a few sprinkles out there, even some heavier showers. I noticed that on the way in this morning, but you see that around Sussex County right now, some light showers. Salisbury, back to Snow Hill, a few showers for you. And for the eastern shore, seeing lots of clouds and a few showers and drizzle as well. Nothing all that heavy. You can see that across Delmarva right now. There is a frontal system back to the west and more showers there and more clouds as well. So we're in the clouds and we'll be in those showers on and off throughout the day. So grab the rain gear out the door. Temperatures in the 60s right now. Coolest inland around 62 in Georgetown, Delmar 63, upper 60s at the coast. And we have that persistent easterly wind. So watch out along the coast during high tide. You definitely could see some flooding up to about a half inch or a foot, a half a foot or a foot. Here's Futurecast. We're looking at the clouds and the on and off showers. Could see some breaks in the overcast from time to time, and we'll wind up in the low 70s as we head into the mid-afternoon and this evening. Lots of clouds as well. So your day part forecast, lots of clouds and also a few showers as well. And we've got more rain on the way, on and off, right into maybe a part of the weekend due to a hurricane. I'll have more on that coming up in just a little bit.
Bob, thank you so much. Eastern Sussex County is, of course, a draw for tourists, also attracting more people who live in it year-round. If you've been out on the roads in the summer, you know traffic continues to be a problem, and one area in particular is Route 9.
And now DelDOT has proposed a new project that they hope will address not only traffic, but safety. And CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber is in our newsroom. Elisa, you're going to tell us where exactly that project would take place.
Yeah, Matt and Paige, the part of Route 9 that DelDOT is looking to do this project at is by the Vineyards development and the 5 Points roundabout in Lewis. Now, this is a pretty busy and congested area because of all the developments that are in the area, as well as its closest to coastal highway. And DelDOT has proposed adding these extra lanes from Old Vine Road to South Route 1 in the US 9 corridor in order to address the ever-growing traffic. DelDOT says it would add 2 extra travel lanes in each direction, which they also believe would improve the intersection. And in addition, DelDOT plans to incorporate new pedestrian and bicycle facilities to reduce vehicle and pedestrian exposure, enhancing overall safety.
Yet according to DelDOT, this project is only in the design phase.
Yeah, and at least some more information about this will be made available tonight.
Yeah, Matt, there will be a meeting tonight at Cape Henlopen High School from 4 to 7 where people can go and see presentations from DelDOT as well as speak with people from DelDOT who are working on this proposed project. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Elisa Weber. Now, with the Route 9 widening in the design phase, we wanted to take a look at some other key Delaware road projects, according to DelDOT, designed for Circles for minus Conway Road near Route 1 in Lewis is done, and construction is expected to begin next year. Staying in Lewis, widening Kings Highway from Dartmouth Drive to the split with the Freeman Highway, that's in the design stage. Right-of-way acquisitions are underway in Milton for a 5-legged roundabout for several of Cave Neck Road intersections, and 2 bridges are planned for replacement on Zor Road. Daldot says a public workshop on this project should take place in October.
Happening today, it's the latest chapter in a tragic story. Now, some of you might remember the story of 14-year-old Gavin Knupp.
Yeah, he was tragically killed when he was hit by a car near Berlin. That was in July of 2022. The case surrounding Gavin's death remains tied up in court, but now his mother, Tiffany, facing legal trouble of her own. Tiffany Knupp, Gavin's mother, now accused of theft and embezzlement.
Yeah, so prosecutors claim she stole over $12,000 from the very foundation she created in her son's memory.
The Gavin Knupp Foundation, which was set up to offer scholarships and support for local youth, is at the center of these allegations.
Knupp is also accused of stealing from a local business that held a fundraiser for her cause.
Her trial begins this morning in Worcester County District Court, and CoastTV will be there to keep you updated.
Yes, we will. Now, when the charges first came out in June, Knupp's legal team maintained her innocence, saying they plan to plead not guilty in this case.
Tonight in Ocean City, a second wind farm project off the Worcester County coast will be front and center at a public meeting with the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management. It's a plan that the Biden-Harris administration announced last month for a regional offshore wind energy sale in the central Atlantic Ocean. Focus tonight will be on the closest lease boundary. It's about 3.5 miles from the coast. To be clear, this is a separate project from what the Bureau approved on September 4th for U.S. Wind. The Bureau says it will also be available for one-on-one talks with people who attend, and that meeting will be held at 5 at the Powell Convention Center.
Also tonight in Bethany Beach, an update on work being done that's designed to strengthen the dunes near the Indian River Inlet Bridge. A public meeting will be taking place with representatives from DNREC and DelDOT after 2 dune breaches this year. DelDOT will be adding sheets of steel in that area, creating a wall. DNREC will be doing an emergency sand replenishment project to boost the beaches. That session will run from 5 to 7:30 at the Bethany Beach Town Hall.
Breaking news overnight, Phillies are the 2024 champions of the National League East. Kyle Schwarber's 3rd inning home run highlighted a 6-2 win at the park on Monday. It is the first time the Phillies have won a division title in 13 years. Next stop, Red October with the playoffs. President Joe Biden is set to deliver one of the final speeches of his presidency today at the United Nations General Assembly in New York.
As NBC's Bree Jackson now shows us, the president will be focusing on climate, Ukraine, and a call for an immediate ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war.
Israel dramatically expanding its assaults on Lebanon Monday, with airstrikes that killed hundreds and wounded over 1,000 more. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu sending this message to the Lebanese people.
Israel's war is not with you, it's with Hezbollah. For too long, Hezbollah has been using you as human shields. The IDF has warned you to get out of harm's way. I urge you, take this warning seriously.
The escalation is heightening tensions in the region. Iran's new vice president accuses Israel of attempting to draw them into a wider war, something he says he does not want.
We want to move in a more peaceful, more stable world. We don't seek war, but we will defend ourselves.
U.S. defense officials say Israel has not been sharing details about its military movements, and fear hopes for a ceasefire in Gaza are dwindling. President Biden is expected to push for a diplomatic resolution when he addresses the UN General Assembly today.
My team is in constant contact with their counterparts, and we're working to de-escalate in a way that allows people to return to their homes safely.
The Defense Department plans to send a few dozen American troops to the Middle East in the coming days to help Americans flee the region. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Just a few hours ago, the Montreal Fire Department said it had contained a fire in a container at the Port of Montreal holding over 33 pounds of lithium batteries. We got some footage of that here. This fire began just after 3 in the afternoon. People in that area were advised to stay in their homes and close their windows as foul-smelling smoke filled the area. The city confirmed around 10:30 p.m. that the confinement advisory had been lifted and the air did not pose any danger.
More evidence has been made public from the investigation into the second Trump assassination attempt. Before his arrest, the suspect, Brian Ruth, dropped off a box at a person's home and included a letter declaring, quote, "This was an assassination attempt," end quote. Included in Monday's court filing was a diagram of the area of the course where Ruth was found, photos of a rifle that Ruth was carrying, and its marred serial number. All right, we're just getting started this morning on Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, coming up, final day for Delhi. We hear from the owner of Rosenfeld's as he ends an era in Ocean City.
Also, a climb in crime, the trend in Georgetown, and reaction from people living in the Sussex County seat.
And connected car conflict when the federal government is looking at a ban of some smart cars. Coast TV News Today is back after this.
On Coast Life, learn how to keep creativity thriving in our community. Plus, a fire company's fall bingo returns with a brand new setup, and we dive into the great debate. Enjoy the September weather or prep for winter. Today at 4 on Coast TV.
Turn your home into a masterpiece with Artwork Painting. Local professional painters at an affordable price.
Artwork Painting did an excellent job with our house. We were really happy with all of the pieces of work they did, the drywall work, the walls, the trim. I would definitely recommend Artwork Painting for your house.
Artwork Painting treats our customers and their homes with care, delivering quality work and experiences. Call Artwork Painting now for a free same-day estimate. Artwork Painting, keeping Southern Delaware beautiful inside and out.
Shell's Early Learning Center, child and parent approved.
Shells have become an extension of our family. They've helped prepare our children for school.
I love Shells. My teacher makes learning fun.
Creating a fun learning environment to prepare the children for school.
Shell's accredited staff is dedicated to preparing your child for school. Don't miss your chance to join the Shell's family. Enroll your child for fall now before it's too late. Shell's Early Learning Center, preparing our future generation.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. It paid for me to be the first person in my family to go to school and graduate debt-free. That education helped me get to the first day at my career, a job that I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job and the home loan benefits I got from my service helped me buy my first home. And I take pride knowing I will be the first to respond if my community ever needs me.
To learn more, visit nationalguard.com/DC.
Who am I? I'm a mom.
I am a nurse.
A family man.
I am Afro-Latina.
I am an entrepreneur.
I'm a New Yorican. And I'm the best of both worlds.
I am all that I am.
All that I am. Hispanic heritage.
Celebrating all that we are.
Just about 5:13 on our cloudy Tuesday morning. Dover, you're dry right now, 63 degrees. But Sussex County, we have been seeing some showers. Nothing all that heavy, but they're hit and miss around Millsboro, back through Lewis. Also, farther to the south near Salisbury, Snow Hill, seeing showers for you. And the eastern shore, just a few little showers. Otherwise, we'll see these showers continuing to move through, enough to grab an umbrella out the door for sure, and more clouds and rain back to our west. Temperatures right now into the 60s. And we've got an easterly wind that's persistent. That could cause a little bit of flooding at the time of high tide along the coast. Golf forecast, not so good. Matt's not going to like my putt. 72, a few showers, and a little cooler. So make sure you bring that golf umbrella with you this afternoon.
Bobby know me so well. DelDOT wants drivers to watch out for Bambi. That was their Facebook post for what they call Message Board Mondays. The post would go on to warn drivers that you need to be cautious on the roads this time of year. That's especially true at dusk and dawn when wildlife is more active and when your own vision is most compromised. In Worcester County, work on Route 90 expected to continue today. This is for the repair of the automated traffic reorder loops near the overpass of State Route 346. Here's what it means for drivers in that area. Temporary single-lane closures, and this is expected to be completed by 5 a.m. September 25th, weather permitting.
The Commerce Department's proposing a ban on smart cars that use any Chinese or Russian technology. U.S. officials saying this would address national security concerns related to software and hardware from those countries. The ban would target connected vehicles, which is almost any car or truck that uses hardware or software like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and cellular technology. The Commerce Department saying there would be a software ban for vehicles starting with the 2027 model year. California is suing ExxonMobil over its alleged role in plastic pollution. The state's attorney general is accusing the oil giant of misleading the public and falsely claiming all plastic can be recycled. This is all part of an investigation by the state's AG into how several fossil fuel companies are impacting pollution. Still coming up this morning, we're talking a report on crime rise. That is what the police say is happening in Georgetown as we get a first-hand account of what's being seen in the Sussex County seat.
Preparing for powerful storm, the measures being taken in Florida for a potential hurricane. Bob, our weather here not quite as concerning.
No sandbagging here, but we could feel the effects of that hurricane, the remnants this weekend. Spicer Brothers Cam, a few raindrops on the lens, and just enough rain to get the wipers going today. And you'll need that rain gear with the chances of showers continuing a bit warmer through the rest of the week with more chances for rain. That could linger into the weekend. Your full forecast in 2 minutes.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
I've been thinking about renovating my garage floor, and suddenly I'm seeing signs everywhere. The universe keeps hinting, even at my local gas company. Pinnacle Concrete is everywhere. And again, multiple signs at the print store. The signs are too strong to ignore. It's time to call. With so many options, my dream is taking shape. And now, I'm not just seeing signs, I'm living proof. Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, because quality matters.
If you know a high school student on Delmarva with a passion for agriculture or the culinary arts,
nominate them to become a WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship winner.
The people who grow and prepare our food are more important than ever.
We are looking for 10 graduating seniors with a passion for feeding the world like we do at Mount Air Farms.
Nominees must have a 3.5 GPA or better, be an active participant in farming or culinary programs, and spend time giving back to the community.
Go to WBOC.com to nominate today.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
In one lane. That's how Bennett Termite has always rolled. Termites, pest control, bed bugs, and crawl space encapsulations. Because pest control and crawl spaces go together, as that's where we spend most of our time. By eliminating moisture, we eliminate pests. So, there's still one lane. Point is, we've remained the same, striving for excellence in all. You add phenomenal customer service to that, and well, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
Was there an argument?
Yes, ma'am, because I was 8 minutes late.
Oh my God. Do you know how many times she changed your diaper?
Next, Judge Judy. Tuesday at 2 on CoastTV.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Time is 5:18, and you are looking live at Ocean City. Got some cloud cover there in these early morning hours, Bob, and it depends on where you are right now, but you might be getting a little wet. You might not.
True. Or not, right? You might go out your door and go, well, it's not raining here. And then you get in your car and drive a couple of miles, and then you're in the rain. So bottom line, grab the umbrella out the door and the raincoat as well. Not looking at anything particularly heavy, just seeing some light showers making their way through Sussex County right now, maybe a little bit around Millsboro and near Lewis and Rehoboth. But a lot of that is beginning to kind of fade away. We have a few showers near Salisbury, Snow Hill as well. Nothing all that heavy, and maybe just a little bit of drizzle, light rain across the eastern shore. Otherwise, it's cloudy, it's mild out there, and we have a lot more clouds off to our west. You can see all this white now moving into Delmarva from D.C., and we've got a frontal system back here, and that is creating more showers, so well, keep that rain gear handy today. I think we'll see a little bit more rain. Temperatures out the door, lower 60s from Salisbury to Georgetown, 61 in Redden, upper 60s from Rehoboth down to Bethany Beach. You're at 67 right now. We have that persistent easterly wind and unusual high tides, unusually high tides. So that's causing more coastal impacts, coastal flood advisory. Sussex County, that's until this evening, especially for Little Assawoman Bay, some of those back bays, Indian River Inlet. That's where you can see some problems at high tide. And it's a coastal flood warning, maybe a little bit more of a water rise from Cambridge back to Nanticoke and Westover and Deal Island as well. So keep that in mind. Here's Futurecast this morning. Lots of clouds, temperatures into the 60s, maybe some breaks in those clouds, and that will allow some of us to warm into the mid-70s this afternoon, but cooler at the beaches with that easterly flow. Could still see a shower through the evening hours, but more important rain as we go into Wednesday morning with the frontal system, and some of that rain could be heavy at times. Not expecting a lot of rain, maybe a tenth to about 2/10 of an inch, and by the afternoon we're into the 70s once again, and still a few more showers. Looks like it does wind down as we go into Wednesday evening. Let's talk tropics. This is potential tropical cyclone 9, and this could become a monster hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico. Looks like it threads the needle between the Yucatan and Cuba, becomes a hurricane, and then heads for Florida, maybe as a Cat 3 or 4 with winds of maybe 120 miles per hour or more, and then it moves inland over Georgia and then into the Tennessee Valley. It's well to our west, but we could feel some of the effects, some of the moisture from that system through time. So here's Friday. Here's some of the moisture from which will probably become Helene, bringing us some rain on Friday, and then looks like that could linger into Saturday. But then it looks like some drier air starts to erode some of that moisture and give us a drier Sunday. We'll continue to watch it. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 72 today with the clouds. Better chance of rain Wednesday, 75, cloudy Thursday, more rain Friday into Saturday with the remnants of Helene. And then we're drier on Sunday, 74, and then dry on Monday. So it's a good time to win an umbrella. And Lois Anderson from Lewis has congratulations on your brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thank you so much. Let's talk a little bit more about that storm that could become Hurricane Helene, set to rapidly intensify on its way to Florida's Gulf Coast in the coming days. People across northwest Florida are now preparing for any potential impacts. They're filling sandbags and stocking up on essentials. Officials there, they're asking residents, make sure your hurricane kits are packed with plenty of food and water to last up to 10 days. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis declared a state of emergency for that area on Monday morning.
A new report shows an increase in crime in Georgetown, and that has locals concerned. Georgetown Police Chief Ralph Holm was scheduled to share a report at the Monday night town council meeting, which shows an increase in crime compared to last year. We went to Georgetown to learn what people there think about this trend, and here is what one man told us.
Someone spray painted the building. I had confronted them about vandalizing the building, and then that night they came back and spray painted the building. But it was all caught on videotape, and the police were able to make a quick apprehension.
And the report can be found on our website, CoastTV.com. Coming up, homelessness hits Milford as the city attempts to find solutions to address the issue while protecting its people.
But next, final deli day as the owner of Rosenfeld's looks back at his time in Ocean City and ahead to other opportunities. Coast TV News Today returns in just a moment.
Make sure your neighborhood feels like home with landscaping and property services by Herker Property Maintenance. We combine science and art to create and maintain the landscape masterpiece you've always dreamed of. We can handle the largest developments and commercial properties all over and provide a consistent data evaluation to keep your property perfectly maintained. Clean, innovative, fast, reliable, from landscaping to pavement services and everything in between. Take an innovative approach with Herker Property Maintenance.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
Dedication, determination, and drive. That's what's needed to be a DSN Scholar Athlete, brought to you by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Each month, we'll award a $1,000 scholarship to a Delmarva senior that excels in the classroom and in sports.
They must have a B average or higher and a drive for good sportsmanship.
Nominate your champion today on the Features tab on DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
The DSN Scholar Athlete, sponsored by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
As a comptroller of the state of Maryland, I view part of my job as identifying opportunities for people in every community across our state. And that's why I'm excited about Maryland Saves, a free and easy retirement savings option employers can offer their employees and make saving easier for Marylanders. Find out if your business qualifies for a $300 incentive and learn more about Maryland Saves at marylandsaves.com. Thanks, and see you soon.
Calling all truckers. Rigs from across the U.S. roll into town to be part of the 22nd Annual Truck Convoy for Special Olympics, Saturday, October 5th. Over 200 trucks take a police-escorted ride from the Delaware State Fairgrounds and parade throughout southern Delaware. All proceeds benefit thousands of athletes who train and compete year-round here in Delaware. Participants must be pre-registered by September 30th. For more info and to register, visit SODE.org.
Washington won't fix itself. We need proven independent leaders like Larry Hogan. Hogan's record for Maryland, working with Republicans and Democrats to cut taxes 8 years in a row, lower tolls and fees, more jobs. While Hogan also delivered record investment in Maryland schools, more money in the classroom. And Hogan stood with law enforcement to keep Maryland safe. An independent leader for Maryland, Larry Hogan. Maryland's future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
NBC Nightly News, weeknights at 6:30 on Coast TV.
So it was yesterday on Coast TV News Today that we told you about Rosenfeld's Jewish Deli closing its doors in Ocean City. The deli's been on Coastal Highway and 63rd Street for 11 years. On Monday, we spoke with owner Warren Rosenfeld, who says he's leaving on his own terms. One of the reasons is the building is so old, it's just hard to maintain. Rosenfeld saying being in Ocean City for over a decade, however, meant a lot.
There are several people that would come to me and say that our food reminded them of their deceased mother's food or their deceased grandmother's food. And when you had that kind of an impact on people, you have to be happy with yourself that you were able to give somebody that memory or that moment.
Although you can no longer grab a bite in Ocean City, there are other Rosenfeld stores you can go to. One in Rehoboth Beach, the other is in South Bethany.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey is back with us, and during the break page, I asked Bob what it's going to be like on the coast today. Yep. So we have our word of the day. He said murky.
Yeah. That's my weather word. I mean, not, ironclad meteorological term, but, kind of describes what our weather is. Cloudy, kind of rainy, and I've been talking about the unusually high tides that could cause some inundation along the coast. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, some peaks of sun today, also a few sprinkles and temperature near 70. If you are venturing in the water, rip current threat is still high. UV index is moderate. Waves around 3 to 5 feet. Lewis and Rehoboth, temperature in the 60s to around 70. So not a horrible ferry ride up the Cape May, but have your raincoat. Cambridge, a little rainy this morning, drying out this afternoon with 70s and some raindrops at Crisfield with temperatures into the 70s. We're looking at more on and off rain and maybe the remnants of what will become Hurricane Helene in the Gulf of Mexico by the weekend. More on that coming up in the next half hour.
Thank you. Still ahead this morning, we're talking road widening, a live report in Lewis, and what DelDOT hopes to accomplish there.
Also selling the win as the federal government is seeking a buyer for a sector in the ocean for a wind farm. It plans to make its case tonight in Ocean City.
And embezzlement allegations, the latest twist in the story involving a tragic crash and a mother's response. We have that and more when Coast TV News Today continues.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
The Delaware Celebration of Jazz presents Cancer Survivor Night, an evening of music and dance benefiting the Beatty Tunnel Cancer Center. Tickets are just $39 and is your chance to make a difference. Show your support by purchasing or gifting tickets today. For more information, visit RehobothJazz.com.
If you know a high school student on Delmarva with a passion for agriculture or the culinary arts,
nominate them to become a WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship winner.
The people who grow and prepare our food are more important than ever.
We are looking for 10 graduating seniors with a passion for feeding the world like we do at Mount Air Farms.
Nominees must have a 3.5 GPA or better, be an active participant in farming or culinary programs, and spend time giving back to the community.
Go to WBOC.com to nominate today.
Draper Media, an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to provide broad outreach regarding job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Organizations that wish to receive our vacancy information should email humanresources@wboc.com.
taking you back to the decade of neon colors, big hair, and of course, great music. Join me, April, every morning at 8 a.m. on 107.1 The Duck as I play some of your favorite tunes from back in the day. It's April's Awesome 80s, sponsored by Easton Auto Care and Denton Auto Care and Tire.
Now on CoastTV News.
Attempts to deal with traffic and safety concerns on Route 9, the locals think about DelDOT's proposal to add 2 more lanes to that busy roadway.
Grab the umbrella and rain gear out the door this morning. We are looking at some showers, light showers across Delmarva. More showers are possible today and the rest of the week, too. I'll track it on Futurecast next.
And farm in the works as a second one is proposed off the Maryland coast. The effort to convince people living in that area that it'll be beneficial.
Milford's homeless hurdle. We get firsthand accounts of the problem and how police in the city are attempting to deal with it.
This is CoastTV News Today.
September 24th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
The time is 5:30. Some sprinkles in the early morning hours as I made my way in. What, did you experience something similar?
Yeah, same. I kind of looked out the window. It's dark, so it's hard to tell, right? I'm like, no rain. Sounds good. But then as I walked out, it was like 1 or 2 drops.
Yeah, that's kind of what I experienced,
too.
too.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. It almost just looked like the clouds were trying to hold it up, but they couldn't.
At least it's
It was
not a
leaking.
downpour because, I do have concern about my hair.
Exactly. Bob, how do you feel about your hair this morning? Good day for it? Bad day for it? What are you feeling?
Oh, my hair. No, I'm good with my hair. And, Matt, he's very careful about his hair, unless he puts his cowboy hat on, then it's, all bets are off. But, earlier this morning, I did hit a heavier downpour, but we're not seeing those anymore. In fact, it looks like some of the showers are dwindling. Otherwise, lots of clouds. Maybe a sprinkle between Lewis and Ocean View right now. Near Salisbury on 13, a few showers. Snow Hill, also some showers. So just grab the umbrella and a raincoat out the door just in case. Bucktown, you're seeing some showers as well. Otherwise, lots of clouds and a smattering of showers over us, but more showers farther back to the west near D.C. and some thicker clouds as well. So, we'll be in those clouds all day. It's a mild start with temperatures into the 60s right now, and we have that persistent easterly breeze, and that's causing higher than normal high tides where we could see a little bit of coastal flooding. Otherwise, it's clouds, some light showers this morning, temperatures in the 60s, warming into the 70s by noon. I think we could see some breaks, especially by the afternoon. Lower 70s inland, mainly upper 60s, low 70s at the beaches, and still a little murky, as we mentioned earlier, into this evening. UV index today, sponsored by Ocean City. It's a 4, moderate. Burn time around 25 minutes. So the next several days, we're in the medium range. In fact, 3s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Even though it's low or moderate, make sure you have that SPF 30 plus just in case.
All right, thank you, Bob. As more people move to and visit Sussex County, traffic is an increasing problem, a big problem, and particularly on Route 9.
DelDOT's now looking at a project they hope will address not only the traffic, but the safety. CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber is in our newsroom. Elisa, you're going to show us where exactly that project would take place.
Matt and Paige, the part of Route 9 that DelDOT is looking to do this project at is right by the Vineyards development and the 5 Points roundabout in Lewis. And this is a very busy intersection and roadway because of the developments that are nearby, as well as its closeness to Coastal Highway. And DelDOT has proposed this project for the Old Vine Road to South Route 1 in the US 9 corridor in order to address the ever-growing traffic. DelDOT says it would add 2 extra lanes in each direction, which they also believe would improve the intersection. In addition, DelDOT plans to incorporate new pedestrian and bicycle facilities to reduce vehicle and pedestrian exposure, enhancing overall safety. One person who lives by the proposed project area is not a fan of the growing development, but says something needs to be done to alleviate the traffic.
The number of car trips on Route 9 with the North Star development and the Cold Springs development it's astronomical, and yet they keep improving these developments. So it's for the people who live here, it makes it rough getting to work in the morning or getting out on the roads. It's crazy.
There will be a public meeting tonight at Cape Henlopen High School about this proposed project, and attendees will be able to see presentations from DelDOT as well as speak with DelDOT personnel who are working on this project. Back to you.
Elisa, thank you so much. Now in other traffic news, Georgetown drivers, get ready for a road closure and some detours. Delmarva Railroad forces will be removing and performing maintenance of their crossing of South King Street. This begins today at 7. It's expected to last a week with 24-hour closures.
In Ocean City, Ocean Calling Music Festival is this weekend, so there are some traffic patterns there to be aware of. This event will begin Friday, September 27th through the 29th. Alternate traffic patterns will begin daily around 8 p.m. and key changes include restrictions on southbound traffic, designated lanes for mass transit, and reminders for residents and visitors to use crosswalks and to stay alert while traveling.
Tonight in Ocean City, some more discussion about a second wind farm. It could be coming off the Worcester County coast. There's going to be a public meeting with the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management. It's a plan that the Biden-Harris administration announced last month for a regional offshore wind energy sale in the central Atlantic Ocean. A focus tonight will be the closest lease boundary, which is 3.5 miles from the coast. So we just want to clear this up. That is a separate project from what the Bureau approved on September 4th for U.S. wind. The Bureau saying it will also be available for one-on-one talks with people who attend. So that meeting will be held at 5 at the Powell Convention Center.
Happening today, the latest chapter in a tragic story. Some of our viewers might remember the story of 14-year-old Gavin Knupp.
Definitely, yeah. He was tragically killed when he was hit by a car near Berlin in July of 2022. The case surrounding Gavin's death remains tied up in court, but right now his mother, Tiffany, she's facing some legal trouble of her own. Tiffany Knupp, Gavin's mother, is being accused of theft and embezzlement.
Yeah, prosecutors claim she stole over $12,000 from the very foundation she created in her son's memory.
The Gavin Knupp Foundation, which was set up to offer scholarships and support for local youth, is at the center of all of these allegations.
Knupp is also accused of stealing from a local business that held a fundraiser for her cause.
And her trial begins this morning in Worcester County District Court. CoastTV will be there and we will keep you updated.
And when the charges first came out in June, Knupp's legal team maintained her innocence, saying they plan to plead not guilty in this case.
Homelessness has been an ongoing struggle for people in Milford. It also presents problems for law enforcement who have to ensure that those homes aren't trespassing on other people's property. As CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us, despite this hard-to-solve problem, people without homes, they are still keeping their heads held high.
On benches, beneath trees, and in cars. That's what some people in Milford call their bedroom. The plight of the homeless drawing, at times, both empathy and concern. For some of the people that live in Milford and the businesses that operate there, it has become a problem that requires police attention.
And we will enforce those laws and work with property owners and businesses and communities.
Chief Cecilia Ash is very clear, though. The Milford Police Department protects everyone, no matter their economic status.
It's important that we as a police department remain apolitical. Our job is to provide public safety to all. That includes the houseless community.
Living through homelessness is often transient. Isaiah Hicks and his wife have to find a different place to sleep every night.
I feel like I'm getting teary-eyed because what I think about it just makes me sad. But I just like to say to everybody out there that's dealing with that situation, don't give up.
While addressing the city council Monday night, Chief Ash did see some reason for optimism.
When we communicate effectively and efficiently, we can address these issues.
Hoping the conversation surrounding the homeless can move away from what to do about these people and towards how can they be helped. Although homelessness is a rather large problem in Milford, it's the never give up factor that makes the people in this city so special. In Milford, Brendan Conroy, CoastTV News.
A lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up this morning, EPA authority, the new action pushed by Delaware's Tom Carper that deals with chemicals in refrigeration and AC units.
Also, ain't no party like a Philly party, the division clincher last night at the park.
And an advisory and what we saw on Delaware's beaches as the advisory after that medical waste was lifted. Stick with us on CoastTV News today.
On Coast Life, learn how to keep creativity thriving in our community. Plus, a fire company's fall bingo returns with a brand new setup, and we dive into the great debate. Enjoy the September weather or prep for winter. Today at 4 on Coast TV.
Transform your backyard into an outdoor oasis at Woodland Sheds in Bishopville, Maryland. Explore 11 acres with over 100 Amish buildings and 7,000 pieces of Amish poly furniture. Walk through our Amish-built sheds, kennels, coupes, garages, and even pool houses. Enjoy free shed delivery and rent-to-own sheds with no credit check. We also have portable storage units. Visit us at Woodland Sheds, Route 113, Bishopville.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable power plant, smart pressure sensor, and custom nozzles. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Get your complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for just $79.99 and get free shipping. Plus, we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
DSN Plus is more action. 4 additional live stream games every weeknight and full replays on demand. DSN Plus is more local. 5 live games every weeknight, showcasing high school showdowns and regional rivalries across Delmarva. DSN Plus is more access. Watch on your mobile devices, and remember, DSN is still free over the air and on cable. But get more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Just about 5:41 on this Tuesday morning. Looking at a lot of clouds, a few sprinkles out there in Salisbury. You're in the 60s now, and that's what we're looking at most of the morning. We've had a few showers, now mainly dry across Sussex County. A few showers farther south, Wycomico County, Worcester counties, Snow Hill seeing a few showers, and a few showers around Bucktown and the Eastern Shore. So some sprinkles and showers over Delmarva, more showers farther back to the west with clouds. So it is going to be kind of an overcast day with occasional showers. Temperatures in the 60s out the door and a bit of an easterly breeze. Bus stop forecast, kiddos need the umbrella. 63 with some sprinkles and showers off to school, and heading home, we're looking at 71 with sprinkles and showers. Remember to join Paul Williams this weekend, Sunday at Cape Henlopen State Park for the Walk for Prostate Cancer Walk. We're looking at good conditions, mostly cloudy, right around 74 degrees.
No, Bob, thank you. The beaches along our coast continue to recover from that troubling situation when we saw medical waste washing up on our shores for several days. On Monday in Delaware, DNREC lifted the recreational water advisory at the beaches. The change comes after that week of advising beachgoers not to swim following the medical waste washing ashore. Locals and visitors we spoke with, they still have concerns about the water, and they want answers about where this debris came from.
Just not interested in coming in contact with any medical waste that is kind of discarded in the ocean, and you know, it can be dangerous to your health, and why would you risk that? And then now we got the high surf and everything else. It's like, you know, the ocean's not really inviting right now.
And CoastTV reached out to DNREC about the state of the investigation, but we have not heard back just yet.
Party may still be on in Philadelphia. The Phillies are the 2024 champions of the National League East. Kyle Schwarber's third inning home run highlighted a 6-2 win at the park on Monday. It's the first time the Phils have won a division title in 13 years. Next stop is Red October with the playoffs. And how about hail to the burgundy and gold just before the 2-minute warning? Rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels to Terry McLaurin, both feet in pounds. That is a heck of a throw and a heck of a catch. Washington Page wins again. 38-33 over the Bengals. It's early. We're only 3 weeks in, but Washington tied for first in the NFC East.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning. A cross-conference battle on the volleyball court in Delaware last night. Dover at Samford. Set 1, Warriors up 14-13, and they are setting up Gia Graham for the kill. But it's blocked by Dover, and now we're all tied up. Next play, Dover's Jaslyn Roberts gives it to Jasmine Hallam, and Kanisha Williams gets the kill in the perfect spot. Senators in the lead, skipping ahead, set point for Dover. It's Williams with the serve, and she places it where no one can get it. Dover takes the first set. Now in set 2, tied at 15. Williams again with the serve, and it's a near perfect copy ace by the freshman. Dover pulls ahead. Williams wasn't the only one making big plays. Check out this kill by Savannah Miller, who slams it down for the score. Set point now, Dover with the lead. Samford trying to send it over, but it doesn't go high enough, and that'll be the set winning point for Dover. It's now 2-0 Senators. Set 3, tied at 9. Liliana Cooper to Liliana sends Serrato in. That shot's too much to handle. Warriors now have the lead. A few plays later, it's that duo again for another kill, and the Warriors are up by 2. Now, set point. Warriors up. Guess who? Sends Serrato finds the floor across the court, and the Warriors take set 3 to force a 4th. Late in that set, Dover was dominating to start, but now Samford with a chance to tie it. Dover gives it to Savannah Miller, who makes the high vertical for the kill. Dover up 22-20. Match point Dover with a chance to win it. Hallam to Roach for the kill, and that'll do it. Samford avoids the sweep, but Dover wins 3-1. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
And today on the Delmarva Sports Network at 4, field hockey, Smyrna at Delmar at 6, Sussex Central is at Sussex Academy. Girls volleyball at 8 when Queen Anne's visits North Dorchester at 10:30. It's the final score. And then check out the DSN Plus app. That's where you can see that Delmar Smyrna field hockey game along with DSN Plus exclusives. 5:30 boys soccer at Stephen Decatur hosts Snow Hill. 6, a big one in field hockey, Indian River visiting Cape Henlopen. 5:30 Indian River boys soccer travel to Caesar Rodney.
Coming up, EPA action, the latest move for the agency being pushed by Delaware Senator Tom Carper.
We're seeing a lot of clouds right now in the dry tech cam in Ocean City. Maybe a few sprinkles. There are sprinkles across Delmarva. You'll need the rain gear today with that chance of showers continuing. A bit warmer through the rest of the week with more chances for rain even into the weekend with the remnants of what will become Hurricane Helene in the Gulf of Mexico. Full forecast details in 2 minutes.
Dedication, determination, and drive. That's what's needed to be a DSN Scholar Athlete, brought to you by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Each month, we'll award a $1,000 scholarship to a Delmarva senior that excels in the classroom and in sports.
They must have a B average or higher and a drive for good sportsmanship.
Nominate your champion today on the Features tab on DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
The DSN Scholar Athlete, sponsored by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid toilet bowl cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. So call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com now.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Don't mistake Nanos for cheap amplifiers. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids, which means no more having to go to a doctor and spend thousands. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Order right now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
It is 5:48 on your Tuesday morning. We are going to take a live look now at Salisbury. All seems pretty chill right there, Bob. Maybe a raindrop or two though on our camera, which makes sense. We said could see a little sprinkle this morning.
Yeah, just enough to get the wipers going to mess up the windshield. You might need that wiper fluid, Paige, to, clean off the windshield. But we've got a few more raindrops out there. Nothing all that heavy. We had some steady rain earlier in Sussex County. Now it's just clouds, and you can see how some of those showers are fading away. Just a little blip there between Lewis and Ocean View and near Delmar right now, but that's about it. That doesn't mean we're not seeing a little bit of drizzle. That's possible as well. And a little bit of light rain near Snow Hill and back around Salisbury, a few raindrops. And Bucktown on the eastern shore also seeing some showers, as we are looking at mostly cloudy skies right now and more rain back to the west near D.C. We've got a couple of frontal systems to our west, and that's giving us a lot of clouds and even some showers out this way. So some of those showers will be moving in as we go into the afternoon. Out the door, temperatures in the 60s. So on the mild side and a bit of a breeze at the coast still. And that persistent easterly wind, meaning a little bit of flooding along the coast at the time of high tide, especially Little Assawoman Bay, Indian River Inlet, and some of those back bays. Watch out for flooding during high tide. Coastal flood advisory for Sussex. That's until this evening. And then a coastal flood warning for Dorchester, Somerset, and Wycomico going to Wednesday morning. Your flooding could be a little more substantial, maybe up to about a foot at the time of high tide. So watch for that. Futurecast this morning has a lot of clouds, some sprinkles, some showers as well. And we're slowly warming out of the 60s into the low 70s as we head into the 1 o'clock hour. A few peaks of sun as we go into the afternoon. I think we're staying in the 60s along the beaches. Otherwise, mostly cloudy as we go through the evening. And then Wednesday, I think you'll definitely need your umbrella. Better chance of more substantial showers, maybe heavy at times, and temperatures into the 70s. Not expecting a ton of rain, but definitely more than we're seeing today. And it looks like it dries out a little more into your Wednesday evening and Thursday morning. Here are the tropics and in the Northwest Caribbean, we are watching the development of what will become Hurricane Helene. Right now, it is 9, PTC 9, moving to the north and west. It looks like it will move right between Yucatan and western Cuba and then become Helene as we go into Wednesday. And then it could explode over very warm water in the Gulf of Mexico, maybe making landfall as a 3 or a 4 into the Big Bend of Florida. A real big problem for them. They're going to see winds maybe up to 120 miles per hour. Then it diminishes and moves in over Georgia, over Atlanta, affects them with very heavy rain and wind. Now, the center of that system is well to our west, but by the weekend, we could see some of the moisture from that moving in Friday into a part of Saturday. But then I think drier air builds in on Sunday, and we'll start to see more sunshine then. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, low 70s, some sprinkles today. Showers Wednesday, 75, Thursday, 82. Showers on Friday into Saturday, some of the remnants of Hurricane Helene. But that's it, nothing major. And then it dries out Sunday, mostly cloudy and 74.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. We're now going to go to our Coast TV poll. We have been asking you guys, what do you think is the best part of fall on the coast? Let's take a look at some results.
Yeah, Paige, this is different from the last time you and I were together. Less traffic is now the leader with the percentages of votes. Free parking also getting a good chunk as well. And then also people chiming in for cooler weather and those fall events like Sea Witch and other things, with Jazz Festival perhaps.
All good stuff. Although, yeah, free parking was killing it yesterday.
Yeah,
not anymore.
Less traffic.
Yeah.
So if you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at coasttvnews.com or on the mobile app.
Sounds good. All right, more power given to the Environmental Protection Agency with what's being called the Emissions Reduction and Reclamation Program. We're going to break it down for you. Some of the chemicals in refrigeration and AC units can have an impact on the environment. They're called HFCs, or hydrofluorocarbons. They're considered a super pollutant. The EPA is directing a phase down the production and consumptions of HFCs. All this is part of the American Innovation and Manufacturing Act, which was co-authored by Delaware Democratic Senator Tom Carper, who is chairman of the Senate Environment Public Works Committee, alongside Senator John Kennedy, a Republican from Louisiana, making this bipartisan legislation. All right, coming up this morning, we're talking fighting the flu, the at-home options you have as flu season ramps up.
It's a cloudy start for you in Salisbury. That road looking a little shiny, a little wet, so take it slow. Could be a little slippery, a little wet out the door for Delmarva. And we are looking at showers continuing on and off into part of the upcoming weekend and the remnants of Helene affecting us, we think, Friday and Saturday. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
I can see how much this means to every one of you.
There's $1 million at stake. The AGT champion is
the AGT live finale tonight on NBC and Peacock.
There's going to be some changes around the firehouse.
How old are you?
How old are you?
You almost died, but I didn't. I'm still here.
Chicago Wednesday, new on NBC and Peacock.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, like myself in tile, to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs, and that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your remodel.
I was able to look at everything that I was looking for from my new kitchen, including the backsplash and the countertop and the sinks all in one place.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
As a comptroller of the state of Maryland, I view part of my job as identifying opportunities for people in every community across our state. And that's why I'm excited about Maryland Saves, a free and easy retirement savings option employers can offer their employees and make saving easier for Marylanders. Find out if your business qualifies for a $300 incentive and learn more about Maryland Saves at marylandsaves.com. Thanks, and see you soon.
There's a new weapon against the flu. The Food and Drug Administration gave the green light to an at-home version of the flu shot.
Interesting. As Mandy Gaither reports, some experts hope not having to get a shot at a doctor's office or pharmacy will encourage more people to get protected.
It's a first in the fight against flu. On Friday, the FDA approved the first needle-free influenza vaccine that can be administered at home.
I think that's good news. I think the idea is to get people vaccinated and to get their immune system up.
Flu Mist is a nasal spray that's been used to protect against influenza in the U.S. since 2003. It's currently available with a prescription in pharmacies and other healthcare settings for people ages 2 to 49 who aren't pregnant. The manufacturer plans to make the vaccine available for self-administration through a third-party online pharmacy, which will prescribe and ship the vaccine after reviewing a screening and eligibility assessment. This option is expected to be available in time for the start of next year's respiratory virus season.
It's very simple. It's basically one spray each nostril to get the full dose for an adult.
Dr. Jesse Bracamonte with Cleveland Clinic says this approval will help make it more convenient to protect against flu, but he says the vaccine contains a live but weakened version of the virus, so it's not for everybody.
So there are certain conditions that are not able to take the flu mist, such as if you're on immune-related medications that suppress your immune system, you have HIV, and there's some particular immune-related issues that you'd have to talk to your physician or your clinician to make sure that that vaccine is right for you.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
It is 5:57 now. Time to check in with our Coastal Pet of the Day.
And today's Coastal Pet of the Day is Kenny. He's right there at your screen, and we were told that Kenny likes to look out the window to watch birds. Also likes to watch people walking by. Boy, Kenny is a great-looking cat.
Very handsome. He sounds like he's like, part of like the, what's it called when the neighborhood watch?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the neighborhood watch guy.
All right.
Look out for Kenny. And also, send us more photos. Tell us what makes your pets so special.
You can scan that QR code at the top of your screen. That way you can get your furry friends to us here at Coast TV News. And then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
All right, we're coming up on 5:58. Time for a look at your forecast now before you head out your door.
Yeah, some sprinkles to start off our Tuesday morning, Bob.
Yeah, just enough to get the wipers going, just enough to say, yeah, grab the umbrella, the raincoat out the door. You'll definitely need that. Otherwise, lots of clouds, temperatures in the 60s, a raw easterly breeze, and I think we're only winding up in the low 70s this afternoon away from the coast, so a few degrees below average. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. More substantial rain Wednesday, 75, 82 Thursday, and then I think we're going to see some moisture from Helene Friday into Saturday. That's it. Nothing bad as far as now. Friday into Saturday, some rain, and then it dries out Sunday and Monday. Start cooling off next week as we head into October. Maybe more rain Tuesday and Wednesday.
Coming up at 6, Delta is looking to add extra lanes to Route 9, where that project is proposed to go, and how the community can give their input. That and more when Coast TV News Today returns.